Let me tell you a story. The northern leadership had already agreed that Afenifere should produce the presidential candidate. Therefore, when Afenifere was delaying in producing a presidential candidate, they were also now meeting with other people. At that time, I was the leader of what we call Idile Oodua. And we also heard about this, that the northern leadership had written a letter to Papa Adesanya. So we requested that we would like to meet the leadership. So Papa Adesanya invited us to a meeting in the house of Chief Ganiu Daudu in Victoria Land. So we met him there and we asked that we heard that a letter had been written to Afenifere, asking Afenifere to produce, to submit the name of who will be the president. And Papa Adesanya said that we will need to be patient. I was the spokesperson that day. And I said, why should we be patient? Some time is going. So apparently they didn't act fast enough. One of the leaders who wrote that letter was Alhaji Shinkafi.
Did he act fast enough?
They didn't act fast enough.
Was it because they didn't want Bola Ige?
I wouldn't say so. Bola Ige and Baba Adesanya were very, very close.
Were they?
They were very, very close. There was nothing Baba Adesanya would do without consulting Bola Ige, and vice versa.
You know, some have said in that group,
yes,
that Bola Ige was the greatest gift among them. That he was intellectually gifted and far more mentally equipped than the others. And he had a sharp tongue.
Yes.
So among the leadership of Afenifere at that time,
yes,
Bola Ige perhaps was not liked by the so-called Ijebu force, led by Adesanya, Adebanjo,
yes,
Saolaniwan Ajayi, and some would say Onosoya. Is that not true?
For many, during the crisis, the Afenifere leadership was meeting regularly in Papa Onosoya's house at Ore Close in Surulere. We used to go there. And it was clear that they were political colleagues, not necessarily personal friends, because it was what happened during the Second Republic. During the Second Republic, Bola Ige was a governor. Bisi Onabanjo was a governor. Ajasin was a governor. And these other people were not governors. So at that point, Jakonde had fallen out from his colleagues. Ajasin, by 1999, was dead. Ambrose Ali was dead. Chief Onabanjo, he was dead too. So it was only virtually Bola Ige and Chief Cornelius Adebayo, who are the former governors in Afenifere. So there may be disagreement among them, but certainly not all of them wanted Bola Ige to be president. And I can tell you specifically, when the Dirovan something was being arranged, we were not invited. So Baba Adesanya appointed those he called the elders to come and do it. So I met with Baba Onosoya in his house in Surulere. I'd asked him, how is it going? Then he said, when Papa Ajasin was alive, many of the old politicians were banned by Babangida, and they now decided to endorse Chief Olufala to carry the flag of the group. He said, I don't think we have changed our mind.
Who said that?
Papa Onosoya, Otumba Sholanke Onosoya.
I see.
Yes.
That was before the D. Rovans event.
Before the D. Rovan event. I met him. I met him in his house.
So it was clear at that time. Or did you decode the message at that time? Yes. If you're just joining the discourse, I am discussing with Dari Babarinsa. You've seen this book, this popular book, The House of War. This is one of the books of Dari Babarinsa. He is one of Nigeria's greatest journalists. He's also the author of this book. You say this, One Day and a Story. He is a Bola Ige man. In most of my research, your name kept coming up. Dari Babarinsa. And you are here telling us the story. Did you decode the message at that time?
I think at that point, it was clear to Shifige that some members of the leadership may not want him to be president.
Was it clear to him?
It was. I came to Ibadan here. I met him. We had our meetings in his house.
He told you that?
The two of us. He said that I will go forward, whatever it is.
But he was sure he was going to win. Because I keep asking, why did he get travel? Even, I interviewed Pa Adebanjo. He said he was sure of 13 persons. So he was not asking me. I should ask if he was allowed. I should have go and ask him what happened to those 13 persons.
Shifige was not a man to shy away from a battle. He realized that he had formidable opponents
within
Afenifere.
Why?
Now let me tell you something that he believed that it was the rover was set up because of him.
To humiliate him?
When Papa Ajasin died, there was a lot of movement to say Bola Ige to also contest to be leader of Afenifere. Papa Ajasin was a governor. Bola Ige was a governor. Let him now be our next leader. And you should know Bola Ige has the charisma, the capacity to move around. He was well known. He was the face that you cannot ignore. So, the Idile Odua, we met in Lagos and said, what do we do about these two leaders? So I went with some of my colleagues, my deputy, my immediate deputy, Engineer Bayo Adenekon, my other colleagues, Prince Dokwa Bolarin, who is now our father, the Rongon of Okela, Prince Dayo Adeyeye, who later became a senator and a minister, and I think Baristani Yafuye, who was our secretary at that time. We met with Baba Adesanya. Now Papa Ajasin is dead. Who is going to be the next leader? He said he would, whatever the Afenifere agrees to do, he will abide by it. That is not, he was not desperate to be leader of Afenifere. Then, from there we went to the office of Bola Ige on Victoria Island. I think, what's the name of the street now? So we met him. And we told him that this contest for leadership of Afenifere, what is going to happen? Then he said he would like to be the leader of Afenifere. But if Abraham Adesanya is interested, I will not spar with him. I will not contest against Abraham Adesanya, because Abraham Adesanya have been very loyal to all our leaders, starting from Awolowo. I cannot so, but despite that, some people still mobilized to Owo, saying that Bola Ige must contest. That was why when he got to Owo, Bola Ige that spoke and said, Adesanya should be our leader.